Hold on, you were expecting a really cool fighting sequence? Well no, screw you, you have dangling keys. Or better yet, to keep more of your attention, how about Subway Surfers in the bottom corner gameplay with that? Or how about a Family Guys episode? Isn't that so stimulating for you, you brain rotted fuck? So what emotion did the intro make you feel? Sadness? Happiness? Disgust? Think about it for a second. Well, you should be feeling all three in my opinion, because whether you like dopamine or not, there comes a point where a weapon in a 16-year-old game probably shouldn't exist, because it can be really disgusting sometimes. Personally, this weapon has changed me for the better and the worse, and the reason why, well, you'll see it for yourself, and I cannot guarantee the consequences of using it can cause. So, without further ado, allow me to present to you the worst weapon in Team Fortress 2. So if you have any knowledge on what I'm gonna talk about, you should know that Team Fortress 2 is a first-person based shooter with 9 unique classes, and those classes being the Scout with silly legs, America's God Bless Soldiers, Jolly Pyro, the Demo Man with some obvious alcohol problems, Heavy who just shoots his gun I guess, the Engineer with his buildings and sentries, Medic with some obvious mental problems, Sniper who bursts piss, and Spy who really likes to shove knives into people's backs. The game revolves around different sets of objectives like payload, capture points, king of the hill, and so on. The game comes packed with action and a suspicious lack of updates, with an undying fanbase that rejoices with a new seasonal update that comes out from Valve's tumbleweed of an office. You don't see it too often, but it's good when you do. So as there are 9 classes in this game, they each have their own weapons depending on their role. Their primary, secondary, and a melee one. And a 4th one if you really just need one. Looking at YouTube. Now all of these 3 weapon types have their own individual unlockables. There are way too many to count. In case of Mr. Jane Doe's Soldier, give to 2nd class on the rocket launcher, a shotgun, and a shovel is expected to have unlocks of his own. An example of unlockable primary weapons for Soldier, you have the Liberty Launcher, which allows you to have more mobility in exchange for a lower damage outtake. Then you have the Beggar's Bazooka, which allows you to charge up to 3 rockets in the chamber and then let it out into a barrage onto an unsuspecting enemy. And then you have the Direct. Alright, let me get this one thing straight. I personally have a love and hate relationship with this weapon. You have a part of a community that loves it and the other one that hates it. The weapon was quite literally memed beyond recognition, but we'll get to that later. While this weapon has bad and good sides, it relies heavily on precision, hence the name Direct Miss. Type of precision a surgeon can have, because one wrong move will get you continuously killed over and over and over again. Take these clues for example. If you cannot bring yourself to land shots with it, you are gonna die to them every single time. Free crack! This single weapon can be a nightmare sometimes, unless you're skilled with it of course. Now that I have let my thoughts about this weapon, let's cover the base stats so we're on the same page. Now because I really adore the concept of this weapon, let's go over its one and only downside. Minus 70% explosion radius. To you, the viewer, it won't seem like much, but remember, your base primary is a rocket launcher that solely relies on splash damage, and it does. Without the splash damage it will normally have, you're better off having a children's water gun instead of a primary weapon. Because of this downside, you'll have to get used to hitting direct shots with this weapon. And of course, not everything is inherently bad about this weapon, even though it says it sucks. For instance, hitting precise shots will reward you with damage and some guaranteed kills. At standard range, its base damage is around 112 compared to the stock rocket launcher's 90. That means as damage ramps up around 140, you're guaranteed to kill 2 out of 9 classes with a single shot, without overheal, and that being the Scout and the Spy. Hell, might as well rename the weapon to Pest Control the way you can handle these two classes. Of course, when I have mentioned the base damage, we'll have to take into the account of 25% damage bonus it has, which even allows us to even kill the set classes. For example, in this clip, I'm pulling away from this demo man when this one soldier tries to best me in the arts of aerial bombarding, but little does he know I am armed with a weapon that its sole purpose for existing is this one wall of text that I haven't mentioned yet. Mini crits on airborne targets. You can make a montage out of this. Unlucky.
You never hit me! You never hit my tiny head! So tiny I got—
Brother, where am I aiming?
That fucking that I hate! My fucking scout! I hate! Oh, you lad! Gotcha! On fire!
Wait a second, who did I just kill? How do I take my anger out in this game? Oh I know. Ooh, I think I'm dead. Alright, I think you get the point now. Depending on your overall skill level, with this weapon you can outperform many of the players on your team. The overall projectile speed greatly helps in eliminating enemies that are posing a threat to your team. All it takes is just 1, 2 shots and they're gone. Does it upset some players? Yes. Does it feel good? Honestly I wouldn't know. But overall, if you keep calm and aim your shots, you're bound to win an exchange. Oh, and make sure to keep your teammates safe. After all, you're playing Team Fortress 2. And scream!